So, after Pyrrhus' pause, arousing vengeance sets him new a work, and never did the Cyclops' hammer fall with less remorse than Pyrrhus' bleeding sword now falls on Priam. Out! Out, thou strumpet! Fortune, all ye gods in general synod, take away her power! Break all of the spokes and bellies from her wheel, and bowl the round nave down the hill of heaven, as low as to the fiend! Too long!
God damn it, where is it? Look at him! And jailbird, ain't been those jail for a hell of a time. Got no right to put him in jail. He done just what I do. Sons of bitches got no right. And some stinking scum bragging how he shoots yous when you come out. I said, would to him, I said, you lay your sights anywhere near Tommy, and I will take it, and I will ram it up your ass, I says. Scary, too. Praise God for getting it! How you keeping yourself? I always said, Tommy, come a busting out of jail like a bull will come right out Penzance, and you done it.
I didn't bust out. They let me out.
Get out of my way. I'm hungry.
Gods, what's here? A corpse, shrouded in cloth of state and entreasured with jewels.
A letter, too! Here I give to understand.
If thou livest, Pericles, thou hast a heart that would even crack for a wall. This chance tonight, for look how fresh she looks. They were too rough that threw her in the sea. Death may usurp on nature many hours, but the fire of life kindle again.
Up till now, our side has been having the hell beat out of it in 2 hemispheres. And we're not going to get to go home until the situation is reversed. It may take a long time before we get any big operation underway, so it's things like this show tonight, that keep us going. Now I understand I'm not generally considered a sentimental type. Once or twice I understand I've been referred to as Old Iron Belly.
About 1,000,000 times.
I resent that very much because I had already chosen that as my private name for our executive officer, Commander Harbison. Take a bow, Commander.
She lied very.
Therefore, you men of Harfleur, take pity of your town and of your people. If not, why in a moment look to see the blind and bloody soldier with foul hand defile the locks of your shrill, shrieking daughters, your fathers taken by their silver beards, and their most reverend heads dashed to the walls, your naked infants spitted upon pikes, whilst their mad mothers, with howls confused, do break the clouds.
Is it come to this? In faith hath the world not one man but will wear his cap with suspicion. Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again? Go to in faith, and thou wilt needs thrust thy neck into a yoke. Wear the print of it, and sigh away Sundays. Will your grace command me to do you any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker
from the furthest hinge of Asia, and bring you the length of crested John's foot, and fetch you a hair of the great Khan's beard. Do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy?
You have no employment for me.
None but to desire your good company. Oh God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Love me? Why?
It must be requited.
You have no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That is as much to say, any pains that I take for you are as easy as thanks. If I do not pity her, if I do not love her, I am a villain. For some ridiculous reason, to which have I no desire to be disloyal. Some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely this drummer royal, has decided that, although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty, 1 year and every 4 his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born in leap year on the 29th of February. And so, by simple mathematical process, you will easily discover that though you've lived 21 years, yet if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit. From him, thus he greets your majesty. He wills you in the name of God Almighty that you divest yourself and lay apart the borrowed glories that by gift of heaven, by law of nature and of nations, belong to him and to his heirs, namely the crown, that you may know 'tis no sinister nor no awkward claim. He sends you this most memorable pedigree, and when you find him evenly derived from his most famed of famous ancestors, Edward III, he bids you then resign your crown and kingdom indirectly held from him, the native and true challenger. Or else what follows? Bloody constraint. For if you hide your crown even in your heart, there will he rake for it. Therefore in fierce tempest is he coming, in thunder and an earthquake like a Jove, and bids you in the bowels of the Lord deliver up the crown, and to take mercy on the poor souls for whom this hungry war opens his vasty jaws. And on your head, turning the widow's tears, the orphan's cries, the dead man's blood, the pining maiden's groans, for husbands, fathers, and betrothed lovers that shall be swallowed up in this controversy. This is his claim, his threatening, and my message. Unless the Dauphin be in presence here, to whom expressly I bring greeting to.